Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video, and today I'm very excited to present to you The Valley by Emaar. This is probably a community that is doubted very much by investors, or a community that a lot of people actually have trust and faith in. And the reason for that being is because of the location, and I'll dive straight into why that is. If we look at the TV right here, if you can see, this black point right here is where we have got The Valley by Emaar. Now, if we notice, it is actually the closest to Ranches 3 in terms of a community that's by Emaar, and it's 8 minutes to Dubai Outlet Mall, situated here on Al Ain Road. It's 25 minutes from downtown Dubai, and it's 25 minutes to the DXB International Airport. Now, when we talk about the future Al Maktoum Airport, as highlighted here by my finger, that's probably going to be around 30 to 35 minutes. Now, the reason why I jumped straight into this video, just explaining the location, is because I need you guys to understand why a lot of people are doubting this community, let's say. And the only real feedback I get is because of the location. It's not very central, it's very far from downtown, and it doesn't offer good connectivity as of now to anything that's close by. And to be totally honest, that is true, and that is also false. The reason why I say it's false is because it's 8 minutes away from Dubai Outlet Mall. So you do have an outlet place or a mall where you can get a lot of groceries and also shop at. So that's definitely a good point. But even when we take a look at the location, it may be further away from Dubai Marina and Palm, 35 to 40 minutes. But when you talk about the main hub of Dubai, which is actually DIFC, then it's only 25 minutes, which is practically the same time it would take you to Ranches 1. Now, in addition to that, I will explain briefly about the Valley, when it was introduced, what we can expect inside of the Valley, and why a lot of investors are actually deciding to choose to put their money with Emaar. Now, first of all, we need to understand the Valley was launched in 2017 with the first cluster being Eden. Eden with 3 and 4 bedroom townhouses that were starting at 1.4 million, and now they are currently reselling for 2.8 million, starting for a 3 bedroom. After that, we had Nara and Talia, which have also just recently handed over. Now, when we also talk about the Valley, there is a Valley Phase 1 and the Valley Phase 2. Now, the Valley Phase 1 has practically all finished, if we're including Farm Gardens and Farm Grove. There is a future launch, but I don't want to say too much in this video. Then, in the Valley Phase 2, we had the recent launch of Rivera, which was probably the best cluster inside of the Valley Phase 2, being inside of the Green Belt. On top of that, these were semi-detached villas that were 4 bedroom and starting at 4.78 million. Now, what are the amenities inside of the Valley, and why are end users now moving into Eden, Nara, and Talia? Well, the Valley consists of a 500,000 square foot golden beach, and yes, you heard that right, they're actually going to be introducing a golden beach. In addition to that, we've also got a mini golf course, which is already in place right now. We've also got a 250,000 square foot sports village, which includes a basketball court, tennis court, running track, cycling track, etc. You name it, the Valley has got it. Then we're also having a pavilion. Now, the Valley Pavilion is already fully operational. It's operating right now as of now, and there's already stores like Costa, there's a supermarket. So now that we've understood a bit more about the Valley, the context, when it was launched, etc., now it's also important to dive into why Emaar actually decided to build the Valley in quote-unquote the middle of nowhere. Now, we need to understand that Emaar is the biggest developer outside of China in Asia, which actually makes them the biggest developer in the whole GCC regions. They have projects anywhere spanning from Bahrain to Egypt and even Saudi Arabia, considering Pakistan too. Now, Emaar is very strategic with their locations. Even when they built ranches in the 2000s, this was a location that was dubbed literally in the middle of nowhere. And now if you say that you live in ranches, people will say it is a good location because of the foundations that is built around Arabian ranches right here in the Dubai land, right? So by Emaar placing the Valley in the location that it's in right here, opposite of Al Ain Road, Emaar knows that there is something big that's going to come, and this is also why the price per square foot is so low, and investors know this. Investors know that Emaar is the biggest developer. They won't just put a community in the middle of a desert for no reason, because the Emaar, let's say as a developer, follows the governmental what their plan is in the nearby future, which is the 2040 plan, also approved by the Sheikh himself of Dubai, which is expected to have 7 million people by 2040. So they are going to build here right now to establish their dominance early on, and also because they know that there's a lot of retail and they know that a lot of people in the nearby future will come here. So by investors buying in early at such a good affordable price per square foot, once the area truly matures and there's a lot more people, let's say end users coming into this area, the investors who invested early would have made a lot of capital appreciation and even very good rentals because they would have bought it initially at a lower price than the market would be in the nearby future. And when we talk about the price per square foot, specifically for the Valley, I'm going to dive straight into the laptop right here. I'm going to show you up on the screen as well, but I'm also going to put it right now on the screen for you guys to know. So Talia, which was a sub-community inside of the Valley, has already seen a huge increase in the price per square foot, roughly talking about 17 to 26%. The reason why I say that is because the expected handover for Talia was supposed to be March, but a lot of owners got their keys in May. So I'm just going to show that in a minute right here. If you guys see, this right here is Farm Gardens, but if I put Talia, just give me a minute, I'll put it here on the screen. You will see behind me, and I'm going to put pictures on the screen as well, but here we have the price per square foot, and here we can see monthly. So if we just take a look at December of 2024, and we compare it to May of 2025, it jumped from 1,220 to 1,470,000 dirhams a square foot, which is roughly, let's say, around 20%. So imagine in the span of 5 months, let's say, it jumped by 20%. And this is because of the demand of end users that really saw the potential in the Valley, specifically mortgage buyers that wanted to purchase in the Valley because of what the community offers. Because when we take a look at the community, I already mentioned all the amenities that there are, like the Golden Beach, the sports village, everything that you can really mention, the pavilion, etc. And because of these being placed, Emaar is initially making the Valley one of the best communities they actually have in terms of end users, right? That's why Dubai Hills Estate is so successful. It's a very good community, Dubai Hills Estate, also because of its location, but also because of how much end users love to use the green spaces, the park, and how much it really feels like a community. Because now end users are preferring to live in good communities that offers everything. Initially, a community where they can go and get everything that they want, and they wouldn't have to drive hours away. Because the Valley is compensating for its location by making sure it has absolutely everything for a very good affordable price that all the end users can actually choose from. And if we take a look at Eden as well, I will put some more photos here on the screen. Let's go to Eden, the Valley. Eden, by the way, has been handed over for roughly 2 years now. So if we just take a look at the price per square foot yearly now, we can also see that in 2025, it has gone from, in 2024, it has gone from 1,250 a square foot to 1,390 dirhams a square foot. And as already mentioned, the handover for this has already occurred. But even 1 year later after the handover, the price per square foot keeps increasing. And that is because of sheer demand and supply, right? This just goes to show us that there is a demand for these type of townhouses, for these type of units in a good location, which goes to show that the Valley has actually done the performance and investors have actually seen serious returns on their investments. Now, just to conclude the video, it's also very important for us to look at the equity growth or the price per square foot increases for villas and townhouses. And right here on the screen, you can see that this is for ready properties. The price per square foot has increased by 27.3%. In 2024, the price per square foot was 1,154, and for ready properties now, in this year, is 1,470. Now, when we take a look at apartments on that matter, in 2024, it was 1,263 price per square foot, and now it's 1,371, which also shows an equity growth of 8.5%. So if we take a look at villas and townhouse segment, it is almost beating apartments by 3.5 times. And we need to understand why that is. And that's because that there's not that much supply for the demand that there is for villas and townhouses. And this is why the Valley in specific has seen a huge increase in numbers when it comes to the price per square foot. And I already showed you previously that even though people dubbed it out to be too far, Talia, which has just handed over, already saw 16% increase just on handover within 5 months because of the fact that there is the demand for these townhouses, but there's not a lot of very good quality when it comes to townhouses, villas that can offer end users a lot of very good amenities. This is why areas like Meadows, Emirates Living, in general, Dubai Hills Estate, Arabian Ranches, even till now still keep to perform. And that's because of their community and exactly what they offer for end users. So at the end of the day, when you're making an investment and you want to sell on handover, when talking about villas and townhouses, these products should be very good for end users. And you need to think, if I buy this product, will end users live in it? And the Valley clearly has seen a yes to that answer, clearly based on Eden, Nara, and Talia. In addition to that, I will add this final note to the video. We are hoping a new launch for standalone villas, detached and semi-detached villas in a new launch. This should be one of the last launches in the Valley. So if you do definitely want interest in this specific community, then you can just drop me a quick message on my WhatsApp down below. And once the full information for this new subcluster has come out, I will be making a full investment analysis regarding that project, as you guys see on my channel. But this video is just kind of generalized, talking about the Valley, the numbers, and in another video, I should hopefully also go over the master plan, meaning that I will go to the Emaar Sales Center myself, and I will show you guys really how it looks. But without further ado, guys, if you have any other questions regarding future launches that is coming soon to the Valley, then yet again, my WhatsApp is down below, very easy to locate. Just send me a DM and we can talk further. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you in the next video.